Hey man, y'all already know it is the big boss, K Pole Top Boxing. Forget my soliloquy. Then tell times don't lie, good people do. And out the shelf, call that mental health hotline. Remember your matter. Peak game, peak game. Y'all already know. I keep using the pros on what's one. We clutched up. We clutched out. You know we're talking about that boxing. Before I get into the main entree to make this, we gotta introduce our second host, man. Future Hall of Famer. Legend. Y'all stay tuned, man. We're gonna start this boxing gym up real soon. And it's gonna probably we're gonna stick to this one. It's gonna be one of the best boxing gyms in Houston. Mark my words. Vote in the hustle, aka Coach B. I don't know how you going, man.
Hey, what it is, folks? Y'all know what time it is. Like Capo said, we clutched up, we clutched out. Y'all know what we're here to talk about. We here to talk that boxing, man. Hey, remember this. Y'all know what I'm finna tell y'all. At all times, God wake you up. He put breath in your body. Everything else is absolutely extra. Get up, do you, take care of you, take care of the family. Also, remember, call that mental health hotline. We better off with you here than without you. The number is 988. Don't off yourself. Capo tell you all the time. You ain't got nobody to talk to. Contact us here on Clutch Factory, and we'll make sure we do our best to make you feel like you belong. And like I say, we better off with you here than without you. But with all that being said, I'm gonna pass it back to Capo. Let's go ahead and continue the show and let's let them know how we flow.
I second that. Um, Another thing, Vergil Ortiz was reported by Ring Magazine, Mike Tappinger, that's what I call him. He said Vergil Ortiz and Erickson Lubin are finalizing a deal for October 18th. It's a junior middleweight fight. If y'all know junior middleweight, that's 154 pounds. In the U.S. on his own, sources tell the rings at Mike Coppinger. Vergil Ortiz Sr. says this isn't true yet. If it's Lubin who's next, because Xander deadline is still at 5 p.m. today. He's at the office this Wednesday, I believe. I don't know how Ring Magazine can post this if Xander hasn't completely turned it down. So, Coach, do you think this is a bad look for Ring Magazine to report this? And how do you feel about Erickson Lubin and Vergil Ortiz fighting? Now, Erickson Lubin is the mandatory for Baccarat Murder's Island belt. I don't know what happened with that. Erickson Lubin was posting on his story about him versus Baccarat Murder's Island. He said he want that fight. It's a dangerous fight. I pray for you, Erickson Lubin. I'm not gonna lie. But how do you feel about Virgil, Virgil Ortiz in the Ring magazine basically reporting the wrong information, and how you feel about Virgil Ortiz being linked to Erickson Lubin? Let me know something.
Uh Vergil Ortiz, Erickson Lubin. Decent fight, solid fight, not too bad. I can't complain about that one. But at the same time, I think Erickson Lubin is kind of outside of his prime window. He's not the same fighter he once was. So will he pose a challenge for Vergil Ortiz? Excuse me. In this fight, if the fight was to get made, I believe he would. But at the same time, I feel like Vergil Ortiz is going to overcome everything Erickson Lubin has to throw at him, and he's going to get his hand raised victoriously at the end of 12 rounds. Do I see a knockout? No. Do I see a knockdown? Yes. I see Vergil Ortiz possibly knocking down Erickson Lubin, but he gets up, he continues to fight, he makes his 12 rounds, but it goes unanimously to Vergil Ortiz. Uh, Vergil Ortiz putting out the wrong news. I mean, sometimes some of these guys are not meant to put out information on their own. Not every fighter is able to advocate or promote themselves. And this is just, I feel like this is just one of those cases where Vergil Ortiz just happens to be one of those fighters. He's one of those fighters who should stay behind the scene, keep his mouth closed, keep his fingers off of social media. Don't get Twitter fingers. Don't get happy and start typing it and out putting out information that's not correct, because it could steer the public, and not just the public, just the 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 boxing world wrong, all the way wrong. And you don't want that to happen, especially as we noted, you're one of the top dogs in this division. Just sit back, relax, enjoy the ride, put it in autopilot, let you guys take care of what they're supposed to take care of. Don't speak when you're not spoken to. Don't put out information when you not supposed to be putting out information, especially if it's incorrect and it's not what you're supposed to be doing anyway. Like I say, sit back, relax, enjoy the ride. That's what you got your team for. Let them put out, let them put together the contracts. They bring it to you. Somebody, breaks it down to you. If you agree with it, you agree with it. If you want to add something, you add it. If you want, and you keep going like that. Like I say, I think it's just a case of this guy finally starting to, trying to find a way to promote himself, and it's just not happening the way he thinks it should. So I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt that he was just excited for something, want to get some buzz out there around his name, and he went about it the wrong way. Excuse me too. As far as the Murder Salah and Lubison fight, Lubis, no, leave that dude alone. I'm just keep that plain and simple. Leave that dude alone. I know you're the mandatory, but at the same time, I don't think he wanted to. I don't think anybody wants to be his mandatory. I'm just being honest. That dude's a stone cold killer. Stay away from him. Leave him alone. And that's why they ain't calling his name. But I'm gonna leave that like that.
Yeah, man. Ring Magazine used to be something that we respected in the sport of boxing. Um, this is when Oscar De La Hoya owned it. Now it's a joke because there's been a couple of times they didn't misreported or that's the right word, misreported on some information, right? They didn't report on some information that wasn't true, and it makes them look bad. You know what I mean? So I think that, or they put out information too early, and then the fight don't happen. So I think that Ring Magazine gotta kind of catch up on their reporting. They gotta make sure, right, that hey, if this is for sure, everything sounds and delivered, report it. But this whole negotiating and they're in talks. We don't need to be reporting on that. That's why I miss the old days, the golden days of boxing, where as a fan you didn't know until they was done with the fight. Like Floyd report was one of the first boxers I seen that reported on his Twitter back in the day. Hey, I'm fighting Canelo in Vegas on this day. Y'all come out, and it was like, whoa, you know. PBC does a great job at doing that too. Top rank as well. But when you start getting the matchroom and Mr. Turkey Combs and I said I want to do that no more. I'm sorry, Lord. Um, when it comes down to him and them dudes in them sheets, they want to report anything because they want to look like, look what we doing over here. In reality, you're not doing that. Y'all looking foolish. So I think they need to cut that. They really do. It's embarrassing. You have a company that you're running, and one thing you want to do with your brand, with your company, kind of like being Coach B. This is a company. Clutch Factory is a company. This is our brand. This is what we stand on. If we get on here and we buying or we report false information, if I'm sitting here talking about, hey, I got sources and I heard, I ain't got no sources. If Coach said, oh, hey man, I heard, Coach ain't got no sources. To my knowledge, he may have, but we ain't got no sources yet.
Mm-mm.
Right? We ain't at that level yet. Now, when we get to that level, we even if we got sources, we still ain't gonna report on the information if that person tell us don't report on it. Right? It's about having integrity in this game. It's about having morals and principles as a man, and you got to operate as a man first. Always remember that, y'all youngsters. So all I'm saying at the end of the day is be honest and be truthful. This is embarrassing and this is bad for your brand. Ring Magazine, y'all gotta stop doing it, right? Stop listening to Mike Cappinger, that bald head white dude. He don't know what he's talking about. He be saying, he be reporting on stuff. He done lied so many times. Don't get me started on him. All I'm saying at the end of the day is that you gotta have integrity in this boxing. You gotta report valid information, right? You can't report false information, and then you got the fighter's dad coming out saying that's not true, right? And make you look foolish. So, Ring Magazine, clean it up.
All right, now we reached the end of the podcast, man. We talked about Vergil Ortiz, Red Magazine, Mike Cappinger, Erickson Lubin. Continue to follow us, man. We continue to grow. We continue to evolve and get better. Man, we're going to have better equipment, better audio because of y'all. So please continue to like, comment, hit, and subscribe. We respond to every comment, and we're running for no smoke. And remember, we clutched up, we clutched out. You know what we're talking about.